episode of the Doll Diaries. Now today I am going to be opening Adachi Yumi Blythe Amour, and she is a new release Blythe. She got released at the end of January and she arrived to me in the UK yesterday. Now I ordered this not directly from Junie Moon, I ordered my doll from CC Toys, and she's number 75 off the production line. So yeah, I find that rather interesting. Now, it's not the only thing I want to show you in this video. I had a delivery from the Junie Moon shop in the winter sale, and I've got my order here, and I had a surprise pouch in it. Well, I ordered the pouch, but you don't know what you're going to get. Yeah, I was really hoping to get a pouch that had a doll that I own, and the only doll I didn't own on the selection was Catherine's Corner. So, but as it happens, I didn't get Catherine. I got one of the doll I have. And here, it's the Pink Princess Blythe doll. Now, I've got an unboxing of her on YouTube. So, I'm so happy. I've got her sitting on my shelf here, actually. There she is, wearing a dress I made. But now I have a little pouch to put her stock in when she's not wearing her stock, and I think that's really nice. So I was so chuffed to get that. I also got one of these cards which has got a code on, so I'm in the chance of winning a prize. I don't know what date they're doing the draw for that, but that's super exciting. I got, even though this is a winter sale, I got 2 summer bikinis for my dolls, which I'm really excited about, but I'll put those on in the summertime. Maybe do some garden photography with them and things on the decking, which would be nice, or buy the blow up hot tub. That'd be fun. And oh, actually, I'm just noticing on the back of this pouch, it's like a box. Oh, that's really fabulous. And I have been a Blythe collector since about 2023, and I've always wanted a Blythe pen, and now I've got 2. I've got a blue one and a pink one, and they're so cute. They've got 3 dolls on there. I think it looks like Chloris Country Life and Silent Lucretia and Heavenly Strawberry on there, but there's a pair of glasses. Now whichever way these are tipping, it will go to each doll. So I think they're on Silent Lucretia at the moment, and then they'll slide down to the other dolls, so they'll be wearing the heart glasses. But they're super fun, aren't they? And another thing I'm going to show you in this video is something I've made for basically, her name is quite a mouthful. It's Adachi Yumi Blythe Amour. Now she is based off a Japanese actress. Now she was an actress, she was a child actress at the time. I think she's kind of like my kind of age now, but she was in a series, and she had Blythe dolls. She was an owner of Blythe dolls in this TV series. So but she's done a collaboration, so this doll is basically her, and so here she is. So I'll try and show you a photograph of the actress. Her first name would be Yumi. So you could call this doll Yumi, because in Japan they use their family names first and then their other names. So I believe if you was in school, you would use people's family name to call them over, but if you got really familiar with them, you call them by their first names. This is only from watching Japanese anime. I've got this idea, and I'm learning Japanese as well. But oh, she's gorgeous, isn't she? Now there's so much about this doll on the Junie Moon blog. There's a huge paragraph about her, and it would take me ages to read it out, but it's only going to be about the things you're going to see anyway. However, I will read her narrative, which is: I have been a friend of Blythe since her first anniversary event. I remember her big bright eyes. It was love at first sight. Now 25 years later, I'm her biggest fan. Even with my busy schedule, we are still making time for fun dress-up days and fabulous fashion adventures together. So I think Adachi Yumi, the actress, has written that. because this is meant to be her. Like, I'll put a photograph of the actress on here, and this doll has a colour of hair that's never been done before in Neo-Size Blythe. So I was watching another YouTuber. Their name begins with War. Sorry, I can't remember the rest of it. I'll put it on the screen. They shared this photo of old dolls and her, and you can see all the shades are different. But she's wonderful, isn't she? Now, the thing I've made for her is for Lunar New Year. Now, Lunar New Year is in about 12 days' time. I think it's on the 17th of February. Now, I've got a calendar here from my Cantonese restaurant that we have food from. They gave us this with one of our orders, and I got this from China, and because this year it's the year of the fire horse. So I've been hanging this on here and having this in my craft room. I've also got two Blythe calendars up in my room, so I'll show you those in this video. February is actually the Donna Donut Blythe's picture, which is really nice, and I have Donna. Well, anyway, I have made my lovely Yumi, hope she doesn't mind me calling her by her first name, a kimono. And this is what I've done so far. So I've made her obi, but I need to put something kind of decorative in the middle here, and I need to make her some fancy headwear. So I just can't wait to put that on her. Now, the pattern I've used is out of this book. It's down as a yukata, not a kimono actually in here. There must be, I think kimonos are slightly, maybe they're more fancier. But this is the pattern I've done, and there's a little headpiece you can make, but I've not made any headwear yet. But I've made the obi, the belt, but I haven't put like a decorative thing in, and I've made the main outfit. Now, I have made a kimono before out of another book, out of this one. Now, I made it in a Chinese brocade fabric. To be honest, I thought I'd made more kimonos, but it turns out I haven't. The other ones I'd actually purchased from AliExpress, but this is the one I made before, but I made it in a Chinese brocade fabric. I'll put, maybe I've got some photos. If I can find the photos, I'll share them with you. And my Fighting Milk Sarangi was wearing that kimono, but this is down as a winter kimono. But this, I think, had longer sleeves than the other one, and these sleeves had like a lining. This one isn't lined, it isn't. So yeah, I think it was a little bit simpler to make actually. Another book I've got that's got kimonos is this Dolly Dolly book, and I haven't made any of them out of here, but that looks more like the one I made before. It had a lining fabric inside like this, and yeah, but it's a lovely book. But what I could do, if there's extra headwear patterns in this book, so before I make the headwear for Adachi Yumi, I might have a look in this book, and we might try some other fashions on her as well. So she's absolutely gorgeous. I can't wait to open her. I hope you're excited too. I know there's been other unboxings on YouTube, so I hope I can bring you something a little bit different. And obviously a lot of them have been like Japanese and things, so I hope you like having an English speaking, but I'm sure I won't be the only English speaking YouTuber opening this doll. But I hope you enjoy watching my video anyway. So shall we get opening this gorgeous, gorgeous doll? Now, I haven't translated the back of this or attempted reading it. I think it's saying Blythe's first anniversary. Well, it says that in English actually. Next to it, yeah, I don't understand all that writing. There's kanji that I can't read on there. So but I'm guessing it will be about that thing that I read to you already, that I've been a friend of Blythe since her first anniversary event. So, oh yeah, I just can't wait to see her clothes. Now, I purchased Blythe dolls because of the doll. I love the doll because I like to make clothes anyway, so it's not a huge issue. But it is exciting if you like the stock as well, or you want to use the stock on another doll. So I totally understand if you don't make doll clothes. The stock probably might be everything to you, and I don't think this stock will disappoint anybody at all. And you know, it's not like I look at her and I think she needs another style. I think she looks very grown up. I don't know if I'd see her in anything too young and cutesy. She looks like a very grown-up girl, doesn't she? Now, this doll has got 4 special eye chips. She's got a special pull cord. She's got eyeshadow, special eyelashes. This doll has got it all. So, and I can't wait to open her. So shall we get opening? We'll look at her stock and we'll do some dolly dress up. Yeah, I just can't wait. So I will do a lot of that on the other side of the camera. But shall I start opening her this side of the camera? Because it might be a bit easier actually doing it that way. I'll just get something to cut the box out. I'm not an inbox collector. I unbox my dolls. I think they're to be enjoyed. But I do appreciate some people do keep them in boxes because it means it gives collectors years later opportunities to buy inbox dolls and that, you know, missed out on them at the time if they didn't know about Blythe dolls. So yeah, it is nice to have both, isn't it? Now these dolls don't seem to have an insert for their stand anymore. Now my plan was when I get into my craft room I was going to pop them all out, but I don't know if I'll bother now. So this is what we usually have to deal with at the back. So I go off camera to do this. I kind of slice away at things as much as I can. But this is how she looks inside. Look at that face. I love looking at them at that angle. So she's got socks, she's got chunky black shoes, she's got a jacket, a special stand, the metal is special. She's got a sequin bag, she's got a beret, a collar, and gorgeous earrings. So I can't wait to have a look at all this stock. It looks really fabulous. Like, look at the detail on the collar and things. On the collar, on the pockets. Yeah, she's really something special. And I love the inside of the box as well. It makes me think of like 70s disco kind of look, doesn't it? Oh, she's lovely. So, okay, leave it with me and I will start snipping away and we'll get this gorgeous girl out and start having some fun. Right, I'm ready to get opening this gorgeous girl now. It's actually Saturday now, so now we're only 10 days away from Lunar New Year. Yeah, and I've seen another YouTuber, and I recommend you watching her. Her name is Bags and Blythes, and her name is Jen and she lives in America, and we chat to each other actually, and she's already got her video up before I've even finished filming mine. So she collects handbags as well. She collects Louis Vuitton handbags and Marc Jacob handbags. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, definitely check her out. And she matches the bags up with her Blythe dolls, and she's quite a new collector. She's only been collecting since late last year and she's getting them rapidly. So anyway, I'm going to start picking away at this and I'm going to get her out. Right, I am ready to get everything out. I've got all the plastic off and then I've put it back in, so it's a bit more like a proper unboxing. So I'm going to start with her earrings. Now, I was really intrigued about these because they're dangly and I wanted to know how they go in. So they're just they basically hook over. Hopefully you can see in this shot. They're just like a circle with a pearl on And it will look like she's got a stud in almost when you put this in. You won't see the hole in her ear. Now, not all Blythe dolls have pierced ears. Now, if you get the non-authentic ones, they've normally always had pierced ears, but not all the stock ones do. So, yeah, you just have to just see from one to the next. Now, this is a collar. Now, this is a knit fabric. You can see the knit in it. And it almost looks like it's knit and purl. 2 knit, 2 purl by the look of it. It's been overlocked on an overlocking machine, or serger if you're in America you'd call it. It's got a velvet bow and it's got a hook and eye here. And it's really lovely, isn't it? I'm going to undo it so it'd be ready for us to try it on her. Now, you could put this on with other outfits. You don't need to use it with this outfit. Now, this is her beret. Now, it's really lovely. It's a textured fabric. Hopefully that's coming across on camera. It's not lined. It looks a little bit like the style of beret I made for myself. It had this like band round the bottom. And it's got this, it looks almost like a plastic little thing. It reminds me of Pom Pom Purin. Do you know the Sanrio character? He's a Labrador dog, a yellow dog. And it actually, I'm crocheting him at the moment, actually. I've only got to embroider his face and then he'll be ready. So if I get him done before this video's up, I'll show it in this video. But if not, I will share in one of my Stitch Diary videos or another video. So I'll put these here. Now, her shoes are so funny. They're really chunky. They're quite sturdy, aren't they? But they're hollow sort of inside. How funny. And it tells you of the left and the right, I think, here. It's got an L and an R for left and right, which I find rather funny because they're not, these are made in China and distributed in Japan. Although I got mine from Hong Kong. So I didn't enter a lottery to get her because I pre-ordered at an early stage. I know that Jen, my friend from Blythe and Bags, she entered the lottery at Junie Moon. Now, this stand is glittery. And congratulations, Jen, on winning the lottery to be able to buy the doll. I'm so happy for you. So this has got gold glitter, and the actual post is gold, which I have had before. I've had like a champagne colour and things, but they're a special feature. It's not something you get with all the dolls. It's really lovely. This doll costs more than some of the others. You do get that sometimes if they've got lots more things. This is a very special doll. You know, she's got holographic eyes and all sorts. These are her socks. Now, these are quite unusual. They're very narrow on the ends. I presume it's because it's to get in the shoes, because sometimes I've had Blythe dolls that come with socks and they've been too chunky to go in their stock shoes. So I think this is the reason they've made them so narrow at the ends. This is her bag. Now, what's lovely is I've got the pattern to make this bag in one of the Blythe sewing books. And I've never gotten around to making it. I prepped the pattern when I was making a kimono, the first kimono, the one with the Chinese brocade fabric I was telling you about. And then I didn't end up making it. Oh, look, it's got a handle inside as well. Oh, that's lovely. She could keep like a mobile phone in there or something, couldn't she? I had one sitting on here, but I must have moved it. That's beautiful. I definitely want to make some of these little bags at some point. Put that there. Now, the coat is a major deal, isn't it? Now, it's a twill fabric. I can see that by looking at it. It's got this different kind of fabric, like a glitter. It's got glitter thread threaded through the weave of it. And it's got this fuzzy bit. It's like a towel, do you know, like a, oh, what's that fabric in the 80s that that fabric people used to dress us up in. It's kind of like that. And these are, let's see if they're working pockets. Yes, they are. They're small, but yes, they do work. Whether she'd get her hands in, I don't know, because they don't have much movability, these stock Blythe dolls. It's got buttons, which I presume are just for decorative reasons, because I think it's got snaps. Yeah, it's got Prested snaps in here. It's got a raglan sleeve, the way it's been structured, a collar, which you can lift up, look, and it's lined with the same fabric as on the pocket, and it's got a cuff. I don't know if the sleeves are aligned with this or if it's just rolled up. Let's have a look under there. We'll have a look inside in a moment. It's really nice. Now normally with a raglan sleeve, you wouldn't have a seam down the centre at all here, or with any sleeve really, would you? But not I can think of. But it's got this. They've done like a seam so they can have that inserted like round here. Velour, that's the fabric I'm thinking of. Do you know those velour shorts and things? It looks nice and roomy. It looks like an A-line shape. So nice and roomy. I'm guessing the A-line shape is to cater for this, because if you look at her dungarees, they kind of go out in an A-line shape. So I think it's for that reason to cater for the bottom of it. Otherwise it probably would have looked weird, wouldn't it, if it was straight. Okay, so let's open. Yes, it's fully lined. Let's have a look in here actually. And have a look inside the sleeve. So the sleeves are lined with the same fabric as the main body. They must have just changed it at the end. I don't really want to flick it out. I might have trouble getting it back actually. But I suppose if you didn't want that on the edge, you could put it down. Or maybe you'd got your doll on a body that had longer arms. You could always roll that back down. There's a label in here and I wonder if it says anything. Yeah, it says Good Smile Company, Yumi Adachi. So they've said it the other way around. They've put her first name first and then her last name. 2026, made in China. Blythe, Hasbro, and it's www.blythedoll.com. Awesome. Oh, that's so nice. I feel like putting it on a body before we get her out actually. I've got a Blythe body here. I can imagine it's going to be it will bunch up a bit because it's quite roomy looking to accommodate clothing. Sometimes, like I've made coat patterns and sometimes they've been too small to put much underneath them, but and some have been quite roomy, but I think this will be quite forgiving actually. Let's put that Prested in here. Yes, it's lovely and roomy. It's quite open, look at the top. That's nice. Oh wow. Yeah, that's really lovely. I think it will look even better on top of clothes. Oh, I didn't mention the fabric on here. It's a kind of a knit fabric, but it's really unusual. It's got like tiny holes in it. It's not a fabric I've ever seen before. It almost looks like what you'd wear on your legs as tights or something. And here's a pull cord. So I need to make a little snip actually to get this out, because normally there is sellotape on these, but make sure you don't cut your cord if you're unboxing these dolls. It'd be awful to do that, wouldn't it? Especially if you've got a special one. But I suppose you could tie it back on again, but it would just be a little bit shorter. Now her pull string is rather different to the ones I've had before. It's gold and it feels like a bit rough. Normally it's like blind cord that I normally have on them. So all I need to do to set Dobby free, so I say this nearly every time I talk about Dobby, setting Dobby free. I will tell you again if you don't know already. My middle son was going to college, and when he came out of college, he would phone me and he would say, "Dobby is free," he'd say. In other words, he'd come out of college, "Can you come and collect me?" And so I started saying Dobby is free when I started unboxing dolls, when I remembered to do it. And I've just carried on. And I remember there's been a time when I haven't said it and somebody said you didn't say Dobby is free. So I try to remember. So should we try and pull our legs out? Dobby is free. I remembered. I'm doing much better at remembering to say it. Right, I'll get some light over here so you can have a look at her face. Look at those holographic eyes. They're just stunning, aren't they? Has she got sometimes they give them a plump lip. I can't remember if she's got a regular lip or a plump lip, to be honest. Because it's quite a subtle difference. It's not like, you know, really obvious. Well, not to me anyway. I can see her eyelashes look different to some of the other dolls. Oh, I could use this band, couldn't I, for my best friend Blythe. I've actually separated her fringe a little bit, you know. If you've watched my unboxing video of my 2007 my best friend Blythe used doll, what I've ended up doing is I've kind of separated a fringe a little bit in the middle. Do you know how it was separated when she came? But it's only subtle. I think it really suits her. It kind of adds to her charm. So these dungarees are gorgeous. Now I've got to show you a sewing book, and you'll understand why I'm showing it you. Now I have this book called A-Line Style. It's a dolly book, and if you have a look, they've got these bows at the bottom. Now I've never seen this technique done in any of the sewing books, like Japanese sewing books that I own. And I've actually got some patterns ready with these little bows, but these are Momoko dolls. Now I've got something really exciting. Now I may have told you before that sometimes when I see dolls in sewing books, sometimes I just like one to own, like one doll, just to experience having that doll. And I've basically pre-ordered a Momoko doll, or Momoko, however you pronounce it. I'll have to double check. But look, see these bows, look. This is a really new sewing book, and I think maybe this is a new look. But yeah, basically guys, see all the bows on here? I'm getting a Momoko doll. She's more like Barbie sized. She's taller than Blythe. But there's loads of these bows, and she's got them, look. She's got them on the bottom of her dungarees. I think it's fabulous. Now this book, it's got patterns not just from Momoko. It will fit Blythe, and I think this is what does this say? It's a Pet Works, is it? I don't know. An A-Zone doll, maybe. Sorry, I'm not quite sure. There's a Blythe. I've made this dress. If I can find a photo, I made this for my Sailing Dominique doll. And, oh, it's stunning, really stunning. The model, it just tells you about the shoes. Model's own. I think she may be an A-Zone doll again. I don't have any A-Zone dolls. I have met some. There's this chap that I met at a BJD convention, and I took a smart doll, and he had his dolls. He had Dolphy Dream dolls, and he bought a couple of A-Zone dolls. He's on YouTube as well. I'll try and remember his YouTube channel. But yeah, he's got these dolls, and they're really lovely. Sometimes you really need to see these dolls in person to really appreciate them. Oh, these are lovely as well. Ruruko dolls. I think they're a bit smaller. They might be more like Blythe-sized bodies. I think they're the children two Momoko dolls. The patterns are just stunning, aren't they? Basically, I would be able to make anything in here. That reminds me of that that movie, Megan. Is it Megan? And she's the synthetic doll, the AI doll. It has that kind of look about it, doesn't it? The shape of it and the colour, and even the doll that they've used in this picture. Yeah, but they're really lovely dolls. It's a lovely book. And who are these lovely? Abitsu. Oh, so these are OB11 size dolls. And so are these. Abitsu bodies. And I can put, basically, my Nendroids. If you've seen any Nendroids, actually, I'll show you a Nendroid. But, I've got a Nendroid and a Kane from Ramna Half, and but she's not a doll, she's just a Nendroid, but you can put them on doll bodies. I think I could do up this doll to look like a Kane, because she's got like a blue bob. She wears like a blue dress with an apron, but that could be her little miniature when I unbox her. I've not unboxed those Ramna Half Nendroids at the moment because I'm waiting for Shampoo, who is one of the other characters, so I wanted to unbox the 4 in one go. Now, I'm sorry that I'm talking about other dolls and things when I'm opening this gorgeous girl, but I'm just like looking I just love her colour. Her skin colour is incredible. Yeah, do you know, sometimes you can open some and you can almost think they look like a doll that you've opened before. They have that kind of feel about them. And others, you just don't get that feeling. Wow. So I need to get this off, and I'm going to save it for my best friend Blythe. I need to flatten a fringe, or any other doll. And I'm going to get the this off the back. Are you having a nice Saturday? It's Saturday while I'm filming this bit of video, and I'm hoping I can get this video up to you Saturday or this weekend. Do you know, I bought my husband a Velvetizer, hotel chocolate Velvetizer for Christmas. He's broken it. It's only the start of February, but we've been on to customer services this morning and told them what's happened, and yeah, they're going to send us a new one. We've got to send everything back, and when they receive it, they're going to send us another one. So this is how she's looking at the back, and her outfit. Yeah, so you can imagine, I'm really excited to get this. This is like a chambray fabric. It gives it like a denim look, but it's like the finest. It almost is denim, but it's extremely fine. You couldn't have this in like a regular denim. It'd just be too thick. And she's got beads on the straps, which is incredible. There's no opening at the back because it's got a zip front. Right, let's flip her over. Get her hair off her face. Obviously she's going to be, her hair's going to all stick out at the moment because she's lying down, but it's going to sit differently, I presume, when she's in an upright position. So shall we do some eye changing? I forget now what the colours are. I'm going to get it up on the app, and then I'll tell you as I look. So these are light beige left special with hologram. That's what they're listed as. So let's pull her pull string, which you pull at a 90-degree angle. See her eyes close, and see those gorgeous lids. She's got a special eyeshadow. Her eyeshadow is terracotta orange, and I'm guessing that's what her lids are as well. It doesn't say what the colour of her lids are, but I presume it's the same. Oh, look at these. These are stunning. These are Front Special Aqua Green. Now, I don't think I own a Blythe doll with this colour. The closest I would say is Float Away Dream. Shall I get her? Oh gosh, maybe they are the same. Now, without checking the doll app, I couldn't tell you if they're the same. Oh wow. If they're not the same, they're very similar. I love these eyes. These are the eyes that I leave on my Float Away Dream. Let me check the colour of them. Okay, I've checked the app. These are listed as blue-green. And these are listed as aqua green. But they're very, very similar. Looking at them, I can see a difference. But they are close. I love the makeup on this doll, actually. And can you see now the different eyelashes? She's got standard eyelashes and she's got special. I think Float Away Dream's lips look a bit chunkier. She's got a deeper blush, she has. She's a lovely doll. She's wearing an outfit that I made. This is not her stock. But yeah, she's a lovely doll. Let's pop her to the side. She's got bows on, actually. But that dress is not in that book I was showing you. Oh, this is amazing. Oh, we were doing her eyes, weren't we? I'm getting distracted. Oh, wow. She's got the right-facing sea blue colour. I'm trying to remember if anybody else has got this colour. Nobody's jumping out at me at the moment. There might be somebody, but I just can't think on the top of my head. She's a really pretty doll, isn't she? Oh, wow. This pink, it has like a purple hue to it. Oh, wow. It's stunning. Really stunning. Yeah, I can't picture a doll with this colour. They've put it as light magenta, a special colour. And then she's back to a light beige with hologram. Wow, just wow. Gee, let me have a look at my Float Away Dream. Oh, my sock has come off. Now, if I show you Float Away Dream's pull cord, that's the typical pull cord. You get a ring that's the same colour as their skin, and you get this like blind cord. She hasn't got any eyeshadow. She hasn't got special eyelashes. So this gives you a good example. I think I'd like those on another doll. She's got a nice pink colour. Lovely. Oh, I've loved getting her out, actually. Right, shall we unzip this? Now, I personally would say to people, I wouldn't overuse this. Because zips, you know, sometimes they can break, can't they? So yeah, I don't think it's something you want to overuse. And you'd have to go very carefully with the straps, because you could break them and end up with beads everywhere. But this is stunning. You could make something like this that didn't have a zip at the front, and then have an opening in the back. It's very grown up. It's like a bustier. It's got a cup, a boob cup, hasn't it? It comes in at the waist. It's very shaped, really flattering for a woman, very womanly. And then you've got this lovely ruffle at the bottom with the bows. It's not like any piece of clothing I've got for a Blythe doll, and not something I've made for myself or seen a pattern for. It's very unique. I'd love to know the designer behind this outfit. I would. That would really interest me. My husband's just coming back.
Motion detected at the front door.
Now she's got this sheer top on, which I was watching that other YouTubers, you know, the one I was telling you about, that they were showing you the comparison with the older dolls and the hair colour, and they were mentioning the sleeves are really long on this, but I love long, I make things on purpose sometimes with long sleeves, because I like that look, and I've done it with dolls. Right, I've put a little bit more light on. I went away off camera because my husband came back. I was chatting with him. And yes, I've put some more light on now. Oh my, I just can't get over her face. She's incredible. I've never had such a sheer top before. It's got a high neck collar. In the UK, we kind of call these like polo necks. I know that American, you call it a turtleneck, which I kind of like. I like that term, so I use that. Sometimes I find out Americans' way of saying things, and sometimes I kind of take it on. Or sometimes I just start saying it. I always like correct my youngest when he says things an American way, because I just want him to know we have a British way of saying things. But then I do it myself now. It's not that I don't want him to say the American way of saying things, but I want him to know both. Want him to know the British pronunciation and the American, because that's what happens with children. They watch YouTube. My light went off, and then they don't know their native way of speaking. Oh my goodness, my light has died. Sorry about this. We are back in action. I've got two artificial lights on, and they are both plugged in now, so we should be good. Now this girl has got these man-made kind of knickers on, so we can change her for something nicer, can't we? Now I must admit, I'm a little bit worried about putting this on without the plastic and leaving it on her, so I'm not going to remove the plastic at this time, because I haven't decided how I'm going to display her initially, if you understand. So, but I might put some different underwear on her. Maybe these. These are woven underwear. They're Dear Darling underwear from the Junie Moon shop. They're not always available. They have them in and then they sell out and they bring them back. It's one of those kind of things. So we'll put those on her. I might try this hat on her actually. You can kind of see what Jen was saying in her video. I haven't watched all of it yet. She was saying if you can't see the shade of this doll's hair, you can see that it's not black when you put the hat on. But to be honest, I don't think that's really showing up in my video. I think her hair looks much darker, but you never know. Sometimes what I see through my filming through my phone looks different again when it's in my editing software, so who can tell. That's a really sweet hat, isn't it? Oh my goodness, she's just adorable. I feel like getting some of my other darker hair girls over for you to see. Can you see that kind of, it's like blue metal. Do you know if any of you are into smart dolls and there's that blue metal colour? That's what it reminds me of. Blue steel, blue metal. It's incredible. I'm actually, when I will be buying a smart doll off a friend in time when I can, and she's going to have this colour hair. So it'd be good to compare them actually when she arrives. But it's a wig that the smart dolls wear. So shall we get her little socks on? I could take the plastic off her arms, you know. I don't feel like I need to keep that on to protect her. Some of my dolls, I display them in their stock outfits, and some I don't, or sometimes I might do for. It's like our Edge Timekeeper. She's always in her stock. She is. There we go. We have to be confident when putting socks and tights and things on with dolls. You've got to own it. Own the process, because you will not be beaten. Have that attitude, okay? So, see what I'm saying? I think they want to make sure that these shoes are going to go on. And they do. Oh, they're awesome, aren't they? I'm going to try this on without... I know this is a weird kind of look, isn't it? But I will get her back in everything. All her stock at the end. The whole shaboodle. Yeah, that's really nice. It will adds a lot to different outfits, doesn't it? And you've seen the coat, what that looks like on a doll body. So we'll wait until the end till we get everything on her. So I'm gonna get the kimono on her, and I'll get a little friend. Now, did I mention? Do you know these pens? These new pens from Junie Moon. That isn't Chloris Country Life. It's a Coquette Lumiere. I have her. And Heavenly Strawberry and Silent Lucretia. They're lovely, aren't they? So much fun. Oh, we could put a bikini on her. Right. Right, I'm going to put another dress on her for now. This is one of my clothes stands I have. Now, this is You Are For Me Blythe's stock outfit. One of her outfits. So I'm going to just put this on my doll for now to protect her modesty. And this has got like a cold shoulder look, and I think it looks gorgeous on her. Oh my goodness, she just looked really cute in something pretty like this. It really goes with her shade of hair. Oh wow, yeah, oh my goodness, she looks gorgeous. Right, let's put her here. Now I've got some little friends. I've got to make sure I don't lose all her items, actually. Oh, I know they're all on the left. So if I put her over here a moment. Now this is Rainy Day Parade. She is a 2007 doll. She's got a bob. And let me change her eye colour. She's wearing a dress that I made. She's wearing her stockings, shoes that I've given her. No pierced ears, no manicure. Oh, she has got a manicure. Very pale manicure. She's got green eyeshadow. Oh, she's got side blue. Right, let's put that. Now, I got her because you can I can see how different their shade of hair colour is. They could be cousins, couldn't they? Oh, how lovely. You can see how they're a different face mould. But they're both lovely in their own way, aren't they? So this is my pink princess. She's Momo something know him. I'm so sorry. Her name is such a mouthful. I really struggle with it, but it translates to the peachy pink princess. So I just call her the pink princess. But this is the same dress I made, this dress. And yeah, she's got a dark hair, but it looks more brown. This is how it looks to me. I don't know how it looks to you, but it looks more brown to this hair. It's black, and this is the like blue metal kind of look. And then she's got special eye chips as well. She's a very special doll. And this is Jade Garden Blythe. She has something kind of face here. She's got her eyes going in that direction. I didn't mention that our new girl has got a red manicure. I'm sure most of these dolls do. Yes, Jade has got a manicure. Look at her gorgeous earrings. Jade stays in her stock. She does. I did this to her hair. Oh, I think those may be her socks, actually. Let's get that hair off her face. But can you see now, having these dark girls together, can you see a difference on camera? Hers has actually like an almost reddish look. If you look, it's like there's a pinkish shade in it. She's more like a dark brown colour. This is true black, and this is like the blue metal colour. But they're my authentic dark-haired girls. I've got a non-authentic Mariko. Hers is quite dark. Yeah, so that's them together. So yeah, I'm going to move them on a moment, and then we'll get our girl dressed up. Maybe I'll take some photos of her in this, because she looks lovely. Right, do you want to look at her pull cord? It's very similar to Jade Garden, actually. It's really, really lovely. So shall we try the kimono on her? Now, I'm probably not going to take any photographs of her in the kimono yet, in all honesty, just because I haven't made all the headwear. I'm happy to show her in this video, but you might not see her on social media posts for a little while. Not until I'm sorted. Now, this pattern I used out of that book, it didn't have a ribbon going round the waist like this. I actually made a little space for it to go in here, but it wasn't in the pattern. But it's just something I chose to put in. So I'll put her hand in here. I'll put her hand in here, just to make sure they're in the right places. And then I'll pull this ribbon, because this will pull this in. Now, there is a certain way. You have to put your right side over you first, and then your left, because otherwise, the other way is what you have when you die, when you get buried. So we don't want to do that. She's only just come out of the box. We don't want her back in the box, do we? So I'm just going to tie this here for now. I've left this ribbon very, very long, and I could do with putting some fray check on the ends of it when I decide how short or long I want it. But I haven't made a decision yet, sorry. I've got these nails. They're my own nails, but I've got this biab stuff on it, and it helps them grow. So I've had one come off the top coat, so I've painted this one, but look, I had to cut a bit off my nail because it's a bit shorter. I filed a bit off. It was getting a bit weak without the biab on, but I've brought my nail appointment forward, and I'm going on Monday. So we don't need such a big bow here, do we, really? Maybe I'm going to snip this now, like that. I've not had this on her yet. So So maybe I'll tuck that inside because it's not a part of the outfit. We're going to put the obi on her. So I'll put that there. Wrap this around. I'm not as nimble, am I, with these nails? Nimble fingered. So there we go, that's it at the back. Now this bow's quite understated in comparison to the one I made before. Sorry, I can see a thread hanging off here. It's going to annoy me. Now these are not the right kind of shoes. You normally wear getter and things. I don't know what the modern day girls wear when they're having their coming of age day in Japan, when they're 20 years of age. Oh, her head, I was going to turn it then. It's a bit, there are sometimes a bit stiff on arrival. Oh my goodness, that really suits her, doesn't it? Oh wow. Especially with that eye colour. Do you know what, I can't help but take a photo of her. I might try her earrings in now as well. Because this is formal wear, isn't it? You wear this kind of thing. Put that in like that. And I think she could even hold her stock bag. Chloe's Country Life is wearing a kimono at the moment. Since I've put it on her, I left her wearing it because I liked it so much. Actually, she holds it like this, doesn't she, on the chain, not the ties. Right, I'm going to get her stood up and we'll have a look at her. Oh my goodness, she looks so cute. I've put her bag in her hand, as you've seen, and I've put a little bow on her head. Oh, she looks adorable, doesn't she? I'm so happy with it. I'm really not sure about the footwear. I have got some getter that I could put on her. Excuse me, let me move this light back. Oh, she looks so sweet. Well, I might end up taking a couple of photos of her like this, and then we're going to get her back in a whole stock to end this video. Right, I feel like I'm in a right mess, guys, with all this stuff everywhere, but at least I know her earrings are safe anyway, don't I? So I'm going to hang this little dress back up. Do you know, I bought one of these stands and I won one. I entered a mini-me competition at BlytheCon. I made an outfit to look like Fighting Milk Sarange for the second time. I made her second outfit and I won this as my prize, which was really amazing, and I use it all the time, so I've been really grateful to have that. Oh, she looks incredible. I would be so happy to keep her in this kimono, but I will get her back in it when I've done everything. Saying that though, with this little bow, I could easily not make anything, but I'm dying to make something out of that book with all the kimonos and things. So I would definitely do that. But the thing is, I like doing fancy things with their hair, but there's not much you can do with a bob, is there? Unfortunately. But there you go. So you might see that picture on social media sooner than you think. So I'm going to put this back on her. And as I say, for now I'm leaving the plastic on her legs. Do you know, I've got some skin suits for Blythe, you know. I got the idea because people do it with smart dolls. And I've made a skin suit for smart dolls, and Dolphy Dream dolls do them as well. Don't ask me where the skin suit is. I've got an idea. I think it's with my some of my Nendroid things, because I got some OB11 size skin suits as well to protect them from staining from clothing. I think that's why they put this on. Maybe they thought about having her bare skin, and they also were a bit worried about the staining and things. So that's why they put that on there. I don't know. Well, I might try this on her now without her coat on. Yeah, she looks really lovely like that, doesn't she? Actually, I'll put her shoes on now. Now, does this collar go under or over her coat, guys? And I can't remember what other people have done. Oh, it's over the top. So I'm going to get this off for now. And we know that this is going to go over because it's nice and roomy. It feels such good quality. I've not been upset with the quality of Blythe clothes. The quality is incredible. And I dress make, so I know. It's nice to see what the collar looks like without, you know, the jacket, the collar of the jacket. It's nice to see that without this on, isn't it? Maybe they didn't want the zip scratching the doll as well. That's why they put that sheer number on her. Oh, wow, that really just finishes it off, doesn't it, having that on there? You can still see the other collar from round the back. I'm going to put her beret on. Oh my goodness. Right. Bag. And stand. That's everything. Let's take this away. Obviously those are her real knickers, but we've put special ones on her. And that's how, look, it looks at the bottom. Right, I'm going to get her stood up now. We'll change the camera angle. Well, guys, I'm super excited to tell you that the coat is so roomy. You can have it over the stand, so you don't have to have that at the back. So I've put her on the rotating table for you to see her going round and around. And she looks gorgeous, doesn't she? She's holding a bag. She's got all her stock on other than her own underwear. She's got the side blue at the moment. So shall we change her eye colour? Now she has the magenta. Now she has the gold. Well, they're beige, aren't they? A beige hologram. But they look gold, don't they? And now she has the aqua colour. The green, blue. Lovely. Right, enough of that twirling around. She'll be feeling sick, wouldn't she? She'll be feeling very nauseous. Like the people that come out of that Blaze class at my gym. A few of them come out of there and they run straight to the bathroom, unfortunately. So the trainer, Gemma, must be working them very hard. But I don't go to Blaze. I go to the more holistic kind of exercise classes. So, oh, she's amazing. So amazing. Should we get some little friends next to her? Or a friend? Right, I've got two more girls with me here. We've got Pleasant Surprise wearing her stock. She's just not got her jacket on, but she's got the rest of her stock on. And we've got Bijou Brilliant, who is also wearing her stock. And it wasn't planned that I would get dolls that were wearing their stock. They were just the two dolls that I chose, and then when I put them here I realised. But aren't they lovely? Three lovely girls. And three very different girls. And have a look at Bijou Brilliant. Her special eye colour here, that's a very aqua looking green, isn't it? Sorry about the bit of hair. She's got a long hair hanging in front of her face here. Oh, so thank you so much for joining me for my episode of my unboxing of Adachi Yumi Blythe Amour. And I'll leave some links. I'll leave a link to the actress. I'll leave a link to Junie Moon. I'll leave any other links that I can think of when I'm at editing stage. If there's things I've mentioned, I'll try and leave some links for you. So here we go. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.